Good morning, welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, my name's Gemma and I'm losing weight following the Slimming World plan. Today is Monday, it's bank holiday, it's the 5th of May. We're up, we've had breakfast and we're just going for a walk, so I'll show you everything that I eat on the plan. So this is breakfast this morning. I have got original shredded wheat and you can have 2 of those for your healthy extra B, and I'm going to be having 200 mils of whole milk, which is my healthy extra A. And then I'll be using the rest on the Sunday dinner, my second healthy extra A. I don't have hot drinks, so I never have teas or coffees, so I don't use milk. So it's only the bits that you see. The only drinks I have are water, sugar-free dilute pop and Diet Coke. So I only tried shredded wheat recently because I cut out ultra-processed foods. And shredded wheat are just 100% wheat, so I thought they're going to be horrible, these, but they are delicious, so I definitely recommend these, and they're a lot better than all the ultra-processed foods as well, like Weetabix and bran flakes and such. So yeah, I'm going to have these, and then we're going to get ready, and we're going to go for a walk. So we're just at Longshore Estate, and I'm just with Steve's mum Marie, so you'll remember her from my previous vlogs, and Steve's there with the dog. They've just shared a cake. I've not had anything, but I've brought an i5 so I might have that. But I did have a Pepsi Max, which is obviously sin free. So we're only doing a little walks. I want to get back and do some jobs and get a roast dinner done, so it'll probably take us about an hour. So it's just on outskirts of Sheffield in Derbyshire. So yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit. Yeah. So I'm going to have a little snack, a hi-fi bar for 3 sins, so I'm just up to 3 sins so far. I thought you were going to jump.
No, I'm not that daft.
Oh, is that it? That's your lot. We're ready for walking now. So we're just back in from the walk. It is 12:30 and I'm just getting my chicken in the oven, so I'm going to do the roast dinner. While that's cooking, I'm going to put a slow cook rice pudding on. So it is Slimming World friendly, so it's going to make 4 portions. I'm going to use 120 grams of pudding rice, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to use, I wanted to use 4 tablespoons of canderel, but the last time I did it, it was too, you could taste the aspartame in it. It was just a bit too much. So I'd rather add my own sweetness after. So I'm gonna add 3 and see how I get on. And then I'm gonna add 800 mils of whole milk. So it's gonna be an healthy extra and just under half sin, but I'm just gonna call it half a sin to obviously protect my weight loss. So half a sin and an healthy extra A per portion. So I've just added the rice. So I'm going to add the 800 mils of milk. So I've added the milk, the rice, a teaspoon of vanilla, and I've added 2.5 tablespoons of canderel. At this point you can add nutmeg if you want to, or cinnamon, but I'm just doing mine plain. I don't mind them flavours, it's just, I just want it plain. And then this is going to go on low for approximately 3 hours. And I'm going to be stirring every hour, and when you stir you've got to make sure you scrape it off the bottom or it'll just stick. You've got to keep it going. So every hour stir. So I've just popped my chicken in, and my chicken I've just seasoned with mixed herbs, salt, pepper and fry lye. So I'm roasting that in foil for 1 hour and 10 and then taking the foil off. And I'm going to do some roast potatoes. I don't tend to do roast potatoes much now, trying to lose weight. I'll just do mash because mother-in-law prefers mash. But I am going to do roasties. But I'm going to try, because I haven't got much room in the oven when we're doing Yorkshires. So I think I'm going to do them in the Ninja, which I don't think I've ever done. To be fair, I used to love my Actifry, but my Ninja I just don't get on with at all. So I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a chance. So we're going to do roasters in the Ninja, and I'm just going to spray them with Fry Light and add this perfect roast potato JD Seasonings mix. I'm not sure if I'm affiliated with JD Seasonings anymore, but I do have a code, so you can always try it, see if it works. I don't obviously get anything to promote off them anymore because I've not been doing it since September 2023, but you can always try it. I think it was Peace Good 20, but if it's any different, I'll pop it on the screen. So I've just mixed my Yorkshire pudding mix. It's 60 grams of plain flour, 75 mils of milk, which I've used whole milk, and 3 eggs. I had 2 mediums and 1 large, so that's what I've used, so hopefully it'll be all right. I've just added a bit of salt, and then this is going in the fridge till I'm ready to cook it. I'll just fry light, and it's going to make 6 large ones. I'm just going to fry light the tin and then cook them for around 20-25 minutes. This is the recipe off the Slimming World app, so I'll pop it up on screen. Yeah, so we'll just have 1 Yorkshire pudding each. Works out at 2 sins each, I believe it says on there, but they use semi-skimmed, so might just need to have a look. But to be fair, I've only had 1 healthy extra egg, so I'd be counting that anyway. So I'd just be counting the 15 grams, no, 10 grams of flour, because I'm making 6. Yeah, 10 grams of flour. So yeah, we'll see anyway. So my chicken's in. I have peeled some potatoes for mash. Done new roast potatoes, which I'm doing in the Ninja. We've got green beans, which I'm steaming. I'm going to spray with some Fry Light, salt and pepper, and I've got some, let me turn you around, some chantenay carrots. I got my other carrots out from last week and they were a bit soft, so I'd ordered these for another meal, but never mind, we'll have these. So they've got Fry Light on, salt and pepper, so they're going to be roasting soon. They'll probably take about 35 minutes to 40 minutes, I would imagine. I do like them well done. My rice pudding's cooking away. My batter for the Yorkshire puddings that's in the fridge ready. I've just sprayed my doofy dangler, my tray, so I've just sprayed that. And then I'm going to cut some broccoli up, which is going to go in the steamer as well, which is going to be sprayed with Fry Light, salt and pepper. And then we're just having good old bisto, which is it half a sin for a teaspoon. So it's probably, if I'm making it just for 1, I'll use 3 teaspoons. So I'm just going to class it as, just use my gravy, I don't have loads anyway, and class it as a sin and a half. So for dinner, it'll be the 2 sins for the Yorkshire pudding, the 2.5 for, no, 2 sins for the Yorkshire pudding, 1.5 for the gravy, so 3.5 sins. And then I might just use whole milk in the mash, but I may add some clover light, but we'll see. So obviously that'll be sins as well. So that'll be on top of my 3 sins for my hi-fi bar that I had when we were walking around. While I'm prepping dinner, I am watching YouTube now. I think I said in the previous vlog, I've not been watching YouTube, don't have time for YouTube, but I'm making time, so I want to, it motivates me watching other people and seeing what they're up to, so I am going to start watching it again. Some people have suggested who to watch, so I'm going to have a look. I can't find any like daily Slimming World vloggers, which I'd like to see. There's Emma that I used to watch, I think she vlogs daily, and I think everyone else is doing different kind of weight loss, so different plans. So, but I would like to find another Slimming World daily vlogger, because it does motivate you, it gives you ideas. And I know there's ones on TikTok and Instagram, but I prefer to watch a proper video. A proper video on YouTube, because I'm old school. Anyway, who I'm watching now, I'll turn you around. So I'm watching, I'm sorry, I've paused it at such a bad place. Lady Marwa, and I used to watch her quite a bit when I was vlogging. Really enjoyed vlogs, and they're not, she'd do the odd Slimming World ones, but I just like watching her because she's really happy, really jolly. And I think you watch some people and it brings you down. When you watch her, it definitely lifts your mood. So yes, I'll be catching up with some of her vlogs. It looks like she's moved as well, which is exciting. So I'm gonna have to have a look, see if she's got a moving vlog, see where she's moved. I think she's quite local to me, so yeah, I'm gonna be watching her while I do the rest of dinner. Steve's tired after the walk, so he's having a lay down with Morris. The kids are upstairs. Kayla were dancing all day yesterday, so she's absolutely shattered. And Alex was working till late. He works in a local pub and he's doing A-levels as well, so he's absolutely shattered, as well as his mixed martial arts. So yeah, the kids are just absolutely drained. I used to drag them on walks with me, but they're at that age now. Like Alex is nearly 18, Kayla's nearly 15. They're just, if they weren't doing exercise, if they were just rotting in the rooms, but because they're so busy with dance, mixed martial arts, working, I don't drag them out anymore, so I'll probably make them come on one a month. But you'll probably not see much of them now. They're older, they don't like to be filmed. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on with this and I'll let you know when it's done. So I am gonna be adding clover light. I'm gonna add, because there's 5 of us, because Steve's mum's having dinner with us, I'm gonna add 50 grams, so it's 10 grams each. So I think it's a sin. So it is going to be 5.5 sins for dinner with the Yorkshire pudding, the gravy, and is it? Let me check. 4.5. One for the Marge, 1 for 1.5 for the gravy, 2 for the Yorkshire. 2, 3, yeah, 4.5. So 4.5, and I've had 3, 7.5. So that leaves me 7.5 for tea snacks later. Well, they're not looking too bad. They look yummy. They're done now, but I'm just going to put them on for a couple more minutes when everything's nearly ready. Yorkshire puddings are in, just waiting for them to rise. Holding my nerve, not opening the door, because if I do, they'll just go. So, yes. The steamer is steamering. The pan is boiling. We've been really enjoying Hello Fresh meals for the last couple of years. They're not always low calorie, but we try and get the ones that have been the better choices. But it's definitely helped me eat a wide range of food, whereas before I was quite fussy, so it's definitely helped. But I'm going to have a look through and see which ones I can adapt to Slimming World. I mean, that's a definite. That's a definite. So I'm just going to have a look through and just see. Now that was one of my favourites, that with butternut squash. It's just serrano ham. Maybe could change that to bacon instead of the serrano ham, or put normal ham in, I don't know. But it's the creme fraiche, so whether I can use light creme fraiche or whether I can use yogurt, or I don't know, just try and adapt it. But there's definitely things in here that we could adapt to Slimming World, so I'm going to have a look through and look for ideas for tea tomorrow. I don't know what I fancy, so I fancied like a, is it, how do you pronounce it, gyros plate or something. I thought halloumi for me, healthy extra A, maybe a bit of pita, some rice, some chicken skewers, maybe some sweet corn, but it's whether I can be arsed after a day at work. So I'm just going to look for different options. Like a quick pasta meal would be nice, but I've done the pasta with that seriously cheese for the last few times, and whilst it's nice, it's not creme fraiche nice. It's diet nice, but it's not creme fraiche nice. So I'd rather use a few sins and make it like proper scrummy. So yeah, we'll see. That was one of my favourites as well. Love that one. But again, it's creme fraiche and bacon lardons. But again, we could get smoked bacon, cut it. Definitely options, so hopefully they'll give me some ideas for this week's teas. Look at them bad boys. Not sure you can see through my dirty oven door, but they aren't massive. So this is dinner for 4.5 sins. It looks and smells delicious. So I'll let you know how it is. So that's the rice pudding done. I'm going to just portion it up now. I stirred it every hour. And I left it a bit longer because I like it nice and thick. But what Steve does with his is the Muller Light chop pots. he stirs one of them through when he has it as well, and it makes it nice and tasty. So I'm just doing myself some tea, and I can't be bothered to think about it. I just want starch. Quite happily eating McDonald's right now, but I've got some Warburton's wholemeal 400-gram loaf, so the small one, 2 slices for my healthy extra B. I've got my healthy extra A cheese and a slice of ham, and I've stuck it on the George Foreman to toast, and that's what I'm having. I can't be bothered to have any salad with it. I don't fancy salad. It only leaves me, I think it's like 2.5 sins Morristown. So yeah, I can't have anything sweet unless it's fruit or maybe jelly. So I'll have a look, but I'll come on if I just end up finishing with the toasty anyway, just to let you know. So this is tea tonight for, it could have been an healthy extra B, but I've used it already. So it is 5 sins, healthy extra A, and some ham, which is protein. So the toasty was surprisingly really nice. I'm not a big wholemeal fan, so I weren't that excited, but it was yummy. So, although a little bit small, so if anyone knows any bread that I can get from like Tesco's, preferably, that is an 800-gram loaf for my healthy extra B, please let me know. I know there's one from Aldi, but I don't go Aldi very often, so preferably Tesco's. So I'm going to have a look, see what I can have for 2.5 sins, because I need something sweet. So this is my snack today, and I think I've done quite well. Today I only had, what did I have? 2.5 sins left. I think I've done well. So I've got some grapes, some raspberries, 2 sins worth of ice cream, and an 1/2 sin sugar-free jelly. So yeah, I've had all my full sins, but I've had a really good day, really nice food. I've got a nice walk in, so I've done my body magic, I've done a bit of relaxing, got some housework done, so a really nice bank holiday Monday. And back to dreaded work tomorrow, so I will show you what I eat in the office tomorrow, and then I work from home on a Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So this is what I'm finishing my day with, jelly and ice cream and fruit. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Bye!